Chairwoman Luria, ranking member, distinguished members of the Disability Assistance, the DAMA subcommittee, I appreciate the opportunity to speak today on HR 5607, the Justice for ALS Veterans Act. This bipartisan bill will ensure that the families of veterans diagnosed with ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease continue to receive appropriate benefits they deserve after the veteran's passing. First, I want to thank leadership of HVAC and this subcommittee for their commitment to veterans and their families. Second, I'd like to thank my Veterans Advisory Board back home for all the other stakeholders in the district who've provided input on this bill and that we're discussing here today. And finally, thank you to the countless veterans and veteran families across my district who have shared their experiences with me and given me direct feedback on how we can better serve them. Both in my office and here on the committee. As you know, the VA provides dependency and indemnity compensation to the surviving family of service members and veterans who pass away. These surviving family members can also receive supplemental dependency and indemnity compensation benefits, commonly referred to as dependency and indemnity compensation kicker, in the case of veterans who had particularly severe service-connected disabilities for at least 8 years at the time of their passing. The VA recognizes ALS as a presumptive service-connected disease, and due to its progressive nature, it's automatically rated at 100% disability. As such, the only barrier to the surviving family members of a veteran who loses their life to ALS receiving that kicker is having the diagnoses for at least 8 years at the time of their passing. Unfortunately, many veterans with ALS are unable to meet that 8-year requirement because the average life expectancy of a person diagnosed with ALS is 2 to 5 years. This means that surviving families rarely receive the critical supplemental benefit. That's why I'm introducing this Justice for ALS Veterans Act with my friend, Congressman Fitzpatrick, a co-chair of the Congressional ALS Caucus, of which I'm also a member. So quite simply, the bill extends increased dependency and indemnity compensation to the surviving spouse of a veteran with ALS, regardless of how long the veteran was diagnosed with ALS prior to their passing. It's our responsibility to honor our veterans and their families, not just with words, but with action. And I believe this straightforward tweak to our current law will have tremendous impact on surviving families with veterans with ALS. I'm looking forward to working with the subcommittee on this. Thank you, Madam Chair, for allowing me to speak, and I yield back.